Hey Brush Monkeys, welcome back. Last week, as you know, we got done doing a couple of chibi miniatures, and we've got a few more kind of cartoony chibi minis coming up next week. But this week, I'm doing kind of a palette cleanser. I'm doing this guy. His name is Amathor. He's an Archmage. He's from Reaper Miniatures, and he has a big, heavy chunk of metal, which is pretty awesome. I think he's one of the ones that I got for free for a $40 order at one point, so I'm going to go ahead and paint him up, and we'll see how he looks. I think I'm going to go with shades of brown for this guy. I've got Fire Slayer flesh and Kislev flesh for his skin. I've got Basilicum gray and Dawnstone for his beard. I've got Flesh Terror's red for the cuffs of his robe here. But the robes themselves, I think I'm going to do in Cygor brown. I've got Snakebite leather for his glove and his belt and pouches, things like that. I've got Gorgrunta fur for this fur trim he's got up here and the trim on his cloak. I've got Wildwood for his staff, Griffcharger gray for this under tunic that he's wearing, and then green for his basing. So I think I've got everything laid out that I need, but I've got some. I'm going to use one of those browns for the owl there too. So yeah, I think I got everything I need. Let's shut this down and get started. See you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, we've made some progress on our guy. I've got the fur trim all painted up. I got the owl painted up and dry brushed with the Sylvanus bark. And he's looking pretty good. For the most part, the owl's done. I'm really not going to go into a whole lot of detail on the owl. I might paint the eyes and the beak. But yeah, for the most part, he's done. The face is looking pretty good. I went back over the hair and the mustache and the eyebrows around the skin parts to kind of base those for the Basilicum gray. And then they'll get a Dawnstone dry brush when the whole face is done. But I'm going to do the Basilicum gray next. And I'll probably do this under tunic next too. So next time you see this guy, those parts will be done. But yeah, skin turned out pretty well. And really, not a whole lot of it showing on this guy, but I like it. I think it's looking pretty good. So yeah, progress is progress. Oh, I dug out the Nazdrag gray or Nazdrag yellow here for the claws on the owl there, and I'll probably use that for the beak. I'll go over his beak with the wraith bone and then do Nazdrag yellow on that. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for his eyes. He's got kind of big eyes, but we'll see. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, I'm back, and I actually made a lot more progress on this guy than I really meant to. I painted the owl's eyes and beak, as you can see, and I painted a little dot of black in there. I painted the inside of his sleeves black. I also painted his under tunic here with the Griffcharger gray. Did a couple of layers of that just to get a good solid color on there, that kind of greenish gray. And I think it looks really good. I did his staff with Wildwood, and then I thought about I used this Agaros Dunes because it's kind of a yellowish brown color for his tunic. I was kind of curious as to how that was going to look, so I was just going to do it on the inside of the sleeve right there. And then I couldn't quite tell how that looked because that's mostly shaded anyway, so I went ahead and did the whole over tunic in that. And it actually looks pretty good. So I think I'm going to do Cygor brown for this little touch-up space here. I'm going to use Cygor brown for his cloak and his hat. And then that hat band is going to be, I'll go back over the hat band with the wraith bone and do the hat band in snakebite leather, and his belt here is going to be leather. I'm not quite sure what this little doohickey here is, but I might go back over that with wraith bone and do it in like, I don't know, like skeleton horde, and try to make it look like a scroll or something. And then I gotta get the gold out for that belt buckle he's got going on there. But yeah, he's coming along pretty good. The belt and this pouch here and this glove, you can kind of see his shoes sticking out from under his robe there, and the hat band are all going to be snakebite leather. Yeah, for the most part, he's coming along pretty nicely. I'm really liking how he's turning out here. Got a couple little places that could be a little better. I may do a couple of layers of that Agaros Dunes on the tunic here just to darken it up. The great thing about the contrast paints is the more layers you put on, the darker something gets. So you don't necessarily have to shade wash it first. You can just put on multiple layers and get a stronger color. With some of them it works that way, some of them it doesn't. But that seems to work okay. So I'm going to take a break and let that dry, and then we'll do the Sigro brown on the hat and cloak here. But yeah, our guy's looking pretty good so far. I really like how he's turning out. See you soon. Bye. Alright, we made some more progress on our guy here. As you can see, I've got his hat done and his cloak done in the Sigro brown. That's really nice dark brown. I also did the cuffs of his sleeves there in the Flesh Terrier's red, just to give it a little bit of spot color. And it went over his belt, his shoes, and that little scroll thingy with the glove and the hat band with the wraithbone to do the leathers, at least in snakebite leather, and that scroll is going to be skeleton horde. And then I got out the Balthazar gold for the belt buckle and the end caps of his scroll. I decided to only go with the Balthazar gold rather than full-on old gold, because he kind of looks like he's been outdoors for a while, and he probably doesn't actually have gold. He's probably going to have like bronze or brass or something like that, and it's going to be kind of tarnished. So I figured I'd leave it at that. But yeah, I think he's coming along really well. I'm really kind of impressed with the amount of progress I've made on this guy using mostly contrast paints. So I'm pretty happy with him. I'm going to go ahead and take a break here and let those contrast paints finish drying, and then we'll come in with the skeleton horde and snakebite leather and finish them up. I'll give you one last look at him before I do the base. The base is just going to be, I've done the base. The base is going to be done the same way as I've done it on a lot of figures. I'm going to do Dark Angel's green, and then give it a dry brush of Niblet green, and then go around the base band with this Game Color Extra Opaque heavy black green. So yeah, it's nothing you haven't seen before, but you know, I'm pretty happy with how he's coming out so far. So I will see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys. I'm pretty happy with how this little Archmage has come across. Amathor, Archmage. Got his leather hat band done, got his glove done, his little belt and pouch. I went ahead and did the scroll as a scroll case instead of just a scroll, because I really wasn't sure what it was. So I went ahead and did that in snakebite leather as well, because I went over it with the skeleton horde, and it really didn't look terribly different than the Agaros Dunes that I'd used on the cloak there. It just kind of, it didn't stand out. So I went ahead and did the snakebite leather on that too, to make it a little bit darker. But yeah, he's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how he's turned out. The hat band looks really good against the hat. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, this is your final look at the guy before I finish up his base with the Dark Angel's green and Niblet green and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and take a little break, and then I will come back and wrap up the base. Alright? So the next time you see this guy, he's going to be completely done. Alright, see you soon. Bye. And there he is, brush monkeys, our finished Amathor Archmage. A little brown wizard. And I am really happy with how this guy came out. That is a nice assemblage of browns and tans and green and red, and I think all the colors really worked really well together, and I think he came out looking really good. I'm really happy with how this guy came out. So thanks for watching. I'm going to call this guy done and wrap up this video. And I will see you guys next week. Next week we'll be getting into something that I've been looking forward to for a while now. So, see you soon. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, go ahead and click subscribe. It's like over here somewhere, right there. Those will both help with my YouTube numbers and bring me that much closer to monetizing this channel and being able to do what I love to do full time. If you want to get your hands on some of the miniatures I painted here, visit our Instagram and Tumblr pages. I post pictures of both of those on a regular basis. I post videos on TikTok on a regular basis, mostly to direct traffic here to the YouTube channel, but you know, there's some other stuff there that's kind of cool, so go check that out. And if you want to show some love for your favorite monkey based miniature painter, go check out our merch store at storefrontier.com/flyingmonkeystudios to get our t-shirts, sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, can cozies, aprons, face masks. We've got all kinds of stuff there in a bunch of different colors, including tie-dye. We've got some tie-dye shirts on there if you want to check that out. So go check that out. Go check us out on our other social medias and follow us on Twitter for updates on the channel as well. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.